Sometimes within the Windows operating system there is a need that the child process logs on as different user than the parent process. We can achieve it multiple ways. The simple one, the built-in one, is run as. And you can do run as /u like user, domain \user. Let's say I would like to launch calculator. And if I do this, I need to provide a password, and the special function is being called, because the only way how Windows can provide a child process running on a different user is to rely on this API function. So this function must be called sooner or later to have a child process logged on as different user. What is interesting here, that this function requires username, domain, and password, first three parameters being passed to the function, together with, let's say, command line for the child process and some other parameters. When we take a look into the x64 calling convention, the way how parameters are passed when the function is being called, we can see that for pointers, this is our case, we have the first parameter in RCX, the second one in RDX register, and the third one in R8 register. So I can launch right now the debugger, and if I launch the debugger, I can attach the debugger to a run as process, waiting for my password. I will click on attach, and I can define here a breakpoint, because within this function being responsible for calling for creating the child process, this is the name of the function. I will put it into my clipboard, and this function comes from advapi.dll being used for this purpose. So the breakpoint I would like to create is to be for creating a breakpoint advapi32 bang and the name of the function. If I do this, the new breakpoint is created. You can see it on the list of my breakpoints. If I launch if I allow my debugger to run the process I'm debugging, I can provide my super secret password, and right now the breakpoint is being hit. So as I have a chance to show you, parameters for this particular function are passed in a proper way. So if I do a view and the memory, if I try to look at RCX, I can see the first parameter. Here you can see the user. If I take a look at the RDX, I can see the domain I have provided literally over here. And if I take a look at R8 parameter, I can see what password was provided here before I try to launch a child process. So this is my password. So every single time, if you try to impersonate your child process logging on as different user, the only way of achieving it is to use this function. And when you use this function, you can attach a debugger, set the breakpoint, and then observe the value indicated by R8 register, clearly showing you the password being used for this purpose. And this is the way how you can in practice steal a password before it's being used. So please be aware that if the child process logs on another account, there is always a way for stealing this password and username and the domain.